What's up guys, Max here, and I thought I would do an updated version of the Inzer belt review. My opinion on the belt, where did I get the belt, how much the belt costs, how do you use the belt, what's the point of a belt. I'm going to start by going into the purpose of a belt very briefly, and this is going to be my opinion on it and how it affects you, so do not get upset if it is not exactly what you've heard or what you believe in. The purpose of a belt, let's take deadlifts for example. Once you go above 500 pounds, it puts such an impact on your central nervous system that if you do not wear a belt, if you lift over 500 pounds, under 180 pounds of body weight, your intestines will push out through your belly button. And the point of the belt is to keep your intestines in line. This is 100% serious, and I really do not want this to happen. I've seen it happen in the gym, and I just really, truly do not want to see anyone go to the hospital if you're not wearing a belt. All trolling aside, guys, the point of a belt is to create intra-abdominal pressure. Basically what this means is when you wear a belt, you should be pushing your abdominals out towards the belt. This is going to create a pressure, okay, and it is going to help stabilize your core. A lot of people think that a belt is going to protect your back, and that just simply isn't true. While it may have some placebo effects, the belt itself is not going to help your back, or it's not going to protect your back. We'll get into the kind of the form things in a minute, but basically, so it creates this intra-abdominal pressure on a belt. So really, when you're wearing a belt, you should be pushing your abdominals out towards the belt to create this this movement. And I'll get into what that method's called and how to do that in another video. But basically, you want to push out in your abdominals towards the belt to create that intra-abdominal pressure. That is the purpose of a belt. Now, let's get into the reason of why I ordered the Inzer belt. Okay. The reason that I ordered this Inzer belt is because I was tired of using the typical cheap belts in the gym. To be honest, when I saw these belts, I saw Matt Ogus use this originally. He did a review, and I was like, man, that's a cool looking belt. I like the belt. I want the belt. I bought the belt. So the reason I initially bought it was Matt Ogus. Call me a fanboy, call whatever you want, but it doesn't matter the reasoning for you buying things. The key is once you buy them, the reason you keep them. So, I did this video a long time ago, but I want to do an update review. I've had this belt for almost a year now, maybe not that long, probably like 8 or 9 months, and I love this belt. I absolutely love the Inzer Lever Forever belt. It is called the Forever belt because it has a lifetime guarantee. If anything breaks on it, you simply send it back to Inzer and they will replace it. There are two different options you can get. You can get a 10mm thickness and a 13mm thickness. I went with the 10mm thickness, again, because I did not know that much about the belt, and Matt Ogus said the 10, I got the 10, okay? You can also get the 13, it's going to be thicker, it's going to be harder to break in. We'll get to that in a second. The next thing is you can either get this lever, which is it's a quick release lever, or you can get your typical prong belt. The best thing about this belt that I like is the thickness. It is 10mm thick, and it is the same width all the way around. You have the same protection or pressure throughout your entire core, throughout your entire body, around your waist. So your stomach and your back are getting the same amount of support, okay? The reasons that I wear a belt is because I feel very comfortable in a belt. I truly do not believe that a belt is going to give me extra pounds of weight. Now, people are going to disagree with this, and I really want to do a max deadlift, max squat without a belt just to show that I don't think it adds that much, that much to your lifts. It might add a little bit because of the core stability. If you do not have that core stability and you don't have a belt, your core might fail before your actual body parts fail that you're trying to lift. So let's get into this pretty quickly. Now, the Inzer belt, when you order it, it comes with, we're going to talk about the lever belt here. I don't have the prong belt. The prong belt is going to be your typical prong, but the reason I did not get that is because I read a lot of reviews how that is very hard to tighten. It is just, I just didn't want it. So I went with the lever belt. When you order the lever belt, it is going to come in a box, rounded up. But when you take it out, it's going to be very stiff. It's going to basically look like this. This will not be attached. You'll need to find this and attach it to, to the belt. And it will take some finagling to figure out exactly where on this belt you want to place this. I've had to adjust this about 2-3 times. Now, I have a 32-inch waist. I ordered the medium. As you can see, I only have about 2 more notches to make this belt bigger. I have significant amounts of notches to make this smaller. So if you're around that waist, I would recommend getting this 32. But if you're getting close to 33, 34-inch waist, I really would get the large because you have a lot more room to go smaller than you do bigger. Now the thing that I love the most about this belt is that when you put it on, okay, I'll try to stand up here, you just simply, it's like this. It stays on my body as I am lifting. So after my sets, I can just keep this belt on. I don't have to keep taking the belt on and off. And that's one of my favorite things about it. It psychs me up when I go to the gym to when I'm about to lift a PR and do something, do something crazy. I get hyped up, I get in my mode, I close the belt and I go, okay? And then I'm done, you guys all see me do the flick, and I just like flick it. And it looks really cool and everyone in the gym wants to wear the belt. No, I think it's very handy. I like that I don't take the belt on and off. I keep the belt on throughout all my sets. And then when I'm ready, I tighten it. Some people say, well, how tight do you make it, Max? The way that I like it is I make it as tight as possible, but to the point where I can still breathe, and to the point where I can still push my abdominals out towards the belt. If the belt is so tight that it is, concaving your abdominal wall, it's going to be very hard to create a really good intra-abdominal pressure to really make the belt functional. The belt, I think, creates a state of safeness, a state of stability. I wear the belt, I feel very safe with the belt. I feel very comfortable with the belt. I like the way it feels. You will love the way that this belt feels around your body in comparison to a regular belt. I promise you, if you get this Inzer lever belt, you will never, ever, ever go back to a regular flimsy, dimsy, jimsy belt at the gym. I promise you, this Vallejo belts, you'll never go back to them because this is so amazing. The quality, the support. I want you guys to know, when you first get this belt and you put it on, it is like a chastity belt trying to get it off. I'm telling you, when you put this thing on, because the holes are not wallowed out enough, it's not broken in, it will be very, very hard to get this belt off. You'll be sitting there looking like an idiot trying to sit here and get this belt off. And I promise you, anyone who has this belt can agree, it is going to be very hard to get off. Okay? So after having it for that long, it will still, and it will hurt, by the way. I have very high hips, so it sits directly on my hip bones, and it gave me bruises a lot for the first 10 weeks. But after a while, it will contour. See, look how it now. See how it's rounded, okay? It is contoured to my body, and it will kind of, I don't want to say bevel, but it will not hurt as much the more you use it. So I would highly recommend this belt. I got this from houseofpain.com for a little bit cheaper. It was about $85. I got it on sale. It's normally about $100, I think, on Inzer, Inzer.net, I believe the website is. You can Google it, Inzer Forever Lever Belt. If you get the black, it will ship out pretty fast. I got this belt in about a week. If you get a color, which I really wish I had gotten a color, it will take about 4 to 6 weeks, I believe, and I did not want to wait that long. I use this belt for squats, deadlifts, and military press. I don't use it for chest, and I don't use it for bicep curls. So I would really highly recommend this belt. I've had it for a long time. The quality has been the same. I have no drawbacks to this belt at all. There's nothing about this belt that I wish was different. I mean, not that I can think of. The quality of the lever, I throw this thing on the ground, I chuck this thing on the ground, I'm done. I've never had anything break off. Every now and then, the more and more you flick it on and off, you might have to tighten these up, but you can use a quarter to just tighten these. So that's it, guys. That's a pretty quick new update on the lever belt if you're interested in getting this. Inzer Forever lever belt. I love it. I really would recommend it. The 10mm is fantastic. I really don't have anything else to say about it besides the fact that I just highly recommend it. If you guys can afford it, I promise you, you will never look back. You will love this belt, and this will be with you at all times in the gym. I hope you guys like this video, and maybe I can do more of a video of why you need the belt and other things about this belt, but I'm truly just trying to give my snippets and updates on the belt, why I think you should buy it in this semi-short video. So, other than that, I will see you guys later. If you have anything else you want me to review or update, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys later.
Why don't you show them what you got real quick? Just hit a few shots. Yeah! The key is keep your calories up nice and high. Just make them clean.
Nick Wright.
If you're in distress, you know you're not going to get to the kitchen for a while, go for it by all means. You don't want to waste away your muscle.
Nick Wright.